This is my first time participating in InCoWriMo. I'm using the word participate loosely since, well, I'll talk about that in a moment. Because you're probably wondering what to expect from this video. The first part covers the letter writing portion. I've added several transitions, so it should move along quickly enough. I mean, watching somebody write can be pleasant enough, but packed with thrills it is not. The rest covers the line and wash art. Everything is sped up by 200%, so I expect this video will end up being around 12 minutes long. Throughout, I'll talk about the process and also the tools and supplies that were used. Now, I should probably explain what InCoWriMo is to those who are unfamiliar. I only just heard of it a few weeks ago when I saw Chris Sines talk about it on her channel. The acronym stands for International Correspondence Writing Month, which is February. The website InCoWriMo.org has the nitty-gritty, so check it out. But the main idea is to write and send a letter for each day of the month. I've changed that to work better for me, so my goal is to send 12 letters this month. Or postcards. Those count as correspondence too. I wanted to participate because it will, 1, help me brush up on my penmanship, 2, use up some of this stationery I've got lying around, and 3, hopefully brighten someone's day. Because everybody likes a little happy mail, right? Anything to break up the soul-sucking monotony of bills and junk mail. This is a Sanrio Letter Set that I purchased about 20 years ago. I don't know what this design is called, but it's one of the prettiest Hello Kitty patterns I've seen. The overall effect is soft and colorful, and if you look closely, you'll notice a pinwheel motif. A cool thing about this set is that the sheets have 3 different but complementary patterns, and for this letter, I was able to include one of each. Yes! The fountain pen is a Jinhao 992 in translucent blue with a fine nib. It's not a pricey pen. In fact, I got a multicolor pack of 6 for only $12. Although 2 of the 6 write a little more scratchy and a little more dry than I like, I'm still super happy with that purchase. This one is currently filled with Diamine's Twilight ink. It might be hard to make out here, but it's a lovely deep blue shade. And since it already sounds as if I'm running a parade of products, today's nail polish is from Sally Hansen's Insta-Dry Prismatic Shine line. The color is called Celeste Teal. Don't you love it when nail brands get all punny? For the arting portion, I used Rohrer & Klingner's sketch ink in the shade Lily. It's a fountain pen ink. It into one of my most recently acquired fountain pens, a secondhand Schaefer Festive with a fine nib. I've yet to make a proper video showing either this pen or the ink, but that will have to wait. I mean, InCoWriMo is time sensitive after all. The subject is the character Tom Nook from the popular Switch game, Animal Crossing: New Horizons. A world where bells are currency. Your neighbors are constantly forgetting where they've put things, and you can make a killing through buying and selling turnips. I've played Animal Crossing, a couple of the first iterations anyway, and the latest version, New Horizons, looks amazing. Unfortunately, I don't have a Switch, but it's not like I can't watch other people playing games on YouTube. Is that sad? It's sad. But at least then I don't have to bug my nephew by asking him to bring his Switch over so I can watch him play games. I don't know what it is, but these days I would rather just sit back and be entertained, rather than stumble through and possibly end up hurling the controller. It's the best of both worlds. I once watched an entire playthrough of What Remains of Edith Finch. It was great. The whole thing took less than 2 hours, and I saved $30. It might be different in this version, but in the old game, I remember Mr. Tom Nook being a combination of store owner, moneylender, and home builder. That's a lot of power for one raccoon. While my character was employed by him, it always felt more like indentured servitude, which I suppose many homeowners would say is just like real life. It's not for no reason that there are videos titled, "Is Tom Nook Evil?" Still, it's all in good fun. The watercolors there are Schmincke's Quinacridone Gold Hue, Holbein's Burnt Umber, M. Graham's Quinacridone Rose, and Da Vinci's Ultramarine Blue. As you can see, Rohrer and Klingner's sketch ink held up excellently under watercolors. Definitely waterproof. They claim to have good light fastness too, but since I'm not into performing those types of tests, I'll leave it at that. If I'm not mistaken, the only brush used here was a number 8 round Neptune, which is synthetic squirrel hair. It wasn't my intention to use a single brush. I was simply in the zone, and it didn't occur to me to switch to another one. The paper here is Fluid 100 cold press. It's 100% cotton, and I think it's fine and dandy, except for one thing. Bits of it keep coming off with the adhesive. I should have listened when Sarah Bailey recommended the delicate surface painter's tape. It's on my list. After the painting was done, I went ahead and emphasized the line work. Although I have a couple of issues with this Schaefer pen, I'm mostly happy with it. It writes very well, and as a second-hand $5 find, I can't complain. I'm happy to share this InCoWriMo session. Can I make my 12 missive goal? Hard to say, but I had a fun time with this one. Now, I only manage around 8 videos in a good month, so I'll likely only record a handful of these correspondences. And if all goes well, I can do it again in February of 2023. Until next time, if you'd like to see more of this kind of thing, leave a comment. If this stuff does nothing for you, leave a comment. If you're confused or scared, leave a comment. And stay artsy, my friends.